What's going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with the next difficulty here of the Incursion 2 race, utilizing my Bifrost team for the Mystic section. So, as you can see on screen here, my team is still very min-max because I've only really put investment into Val, and thankfully this team has gotten me through all the way of Incursion 2 difficulty 0. We're now going to try it out today to see how this does. You know, pass or fail, it's going to be captured on screen here. But first and foremost, I do want to point out that Val is the core and engine of this team. If you don't have her built up as high as you possibly could, this team could very well fail. I know Bifrost is already kind of getting those diminishing returns in incursion rates. Personally, I have not felt that with this team, surprisingly enough, even though they're super under-leveled. But it's probably because Val is covering for those mistakes, given how powerful she is when you build her up to this level, and especially if you already utilized her in Dark Dimension 6 or have plans to bring her into the next Dark Dimension. Now, I do want to go through some essential T4s for some of these characters. Beta rate build, I think the only one I would recommend is probably the passive, because with this one, on self or ally crit, he's going to be gaining charges, and as well, if he has 4 or more of the charges, he's going to be attacking the enemy. So just some additional damage, which is kind of nice, especially given these lower character levels. We're going to be needing that additional output. May or may not bring these guys up to make it easier, but in the meantime, we're going to be testing out as you see on screen here. Team Loki providing a lot of the regen and support on the team, and there's a lot of good abilities to definitely consider for sure. But his passive is nice because, you know, while this character Bifrost has the regen, he's gonna be gaining additional damage and the ability to counter attack, which is nice damage we have additional regen here to himself and allies for this ultimate. And then the basic, I do like the fact that he does apply regen even on his basic, so it's nice. I didn't do the special. I don't think I've ever needed it, to be honest, but it's just nice to have as an extra luxury T4 if you guys have those resources and materials available. Loki is really nice too because he can operate on, you know, really good efficiency. He's got great speed. Typically his mind control absolutely crushes an enemy, especially that mind control for 2 enemies with the T4 here. And what I also personally recommend is the passive T4, where, you know, if he or an Asgardian ally drops below that threshold, he's gonna be applying that evasion and death proof, so really ensuring some survivability on this team, which is nice, giving them that second extra buffer of life. We got Sylvie here being probably the most important character at T4 because many of the abilities is going to help the team. So the basic ability in raids, she's reducing the speed bar by 3% per ally that we have. So I mean, this is pretty meaningful just to control kind of the direction of the battle. We got the guaranteed stun here on the special, the ultimate, reducing speed bar of all enemies. So that's why it's so important to have Sylvie actually T4'd maximally. And then lastly, even with the passive here on the successful attack, there's even bleeds getting applied. So although we don't have, you know, pure raw damage, Sylvie is doing a lot of the extra work all around the team. So on me all the way to difficulty 0 for the Incursion 2 raids. Now it's time to put this team to the test and see how they do now in the increased difficulty.
All right, so first time doing this, never seen if we can do this with a lower level team, guys. Remember, Val is the only one that's built up, so it's gonna be interesting to see if our strategies at difficulty 0 still works in this higher difficulty. But as well, I just foresee that focus and resistance is going to be a big factor. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to play this the same way that I've always played this. Target Morgan Le Fay. Then we want the massive ability block down the middle there. But we know big time Spider-Man is going to be an issue, just given how much stronger he is. And he's going to be a problem after Morgan Le Fay. So thankfully Morgan Le Fay was taken down pretty smooth. But you can see pretty shortly here already we have a fallen Team Loki, and he's usually the one that's healing our team, right? So we're going to be needing to be strategic here. Okay, so couldn't really target Bishop there in that left side just because Phoenix already had the taunt. So we're really kind of needing that Val ultimate, to be honest. And look at that, Kestrel getting Kestrel getting the strong attack here on my Val. We're just trying to build up energy because we need the ultimate pretty soon here. Oh, nice. So we get a chance here to actually use Loki, use a special again. So he's going to be really pivotal. And guys, remember, all my characters are super low level with the exception of Val. So nice. We were able to get the stun on big time, which is pretty meaningful. Their Phoenix. I wonder if this Phoenix actually captures the updated stat increases to the X-Men team. That'll be very, very interesting. But the ultimate's very, very key here, guys. So the Val ultimate, as you can see, in the lower difficulties, this usually clears this entire wave. But that's kind of what we're up against right now, right? We're up against with some, you know, heftier characters that usually big time Spider-Man's taking care of. So this is probably going to be an issue now going forward. And remember, the only character that's above Gear Tier 16 is actually my Val. So definitely great to see that Bifrost still can get this done, but you gotta know what you're doing. Thankfully I do know the attack order pretty good, and I've played this over and over, so I know what to expect. But cooldowns are gonna matter now. We're gonna need to prep these guys up for the next node and stuff. I don't know if this team could get the boss node done. That's gonna be interesting to try this out, but thankfully we do have a chance now to clean up this right side. We're going to be needing to really capitalize on Val's attacks. So you can see these guys just hit so hard. And again, Gear Tier 14 and 15 on this team, right? Okay, so this Kestrel's going to hit like a truck. We probably need to focus this right side. And look at how we're doing for time right now too. So definitely something else to watch out for. But we are going to go ahead. We're going to use Loki is just absolutely clutch with the special right now. Just look at him doing work. So that's the nice thing I do like about Loki, is that he doesn't need to be built up to use such a very powerful special. It's pretty important. And we are going to be utilizing a lot of beta ray build stun. Same with Sylvie. And yeah, that's how we're going to get by here, guys. It looks like. So you know what? We are going to be utilizing another stun. That's how you're going to be getting the edge on this with lower characters, is making sure that you're using the best of your abilities here. And thankfully this team has amazing synergy with the bleeds, and as well as landing exposure, making sure that Val is going to be very, very, ensuring that she has a lot of energy go around. Again, another stun there from Beta Ray. So that's how we're going to be getting through this, guys. Understanding who to control and being able to target. And we're tight for time, but remember, my team, the only character that's built up beyond Gear Tier 16, actually get beyond Gear Tier 15 is Val. So it's pretty cool to see that this can still get the job done. Value team right here, but again, you need to understand how to play the nodes. Okay, node 2 here, same team, but keep in mind now we have Val at full energy for both her special and the ultimate. So we're definitely going to be making really, really good use of that. We want to start off with Sylvie's ultimate as per usual, the turn meter, but this time because of her being attacked like that, like she's almost taken care of right in the very beginning. So definitely something to consider. We're gonna have to move fast on this, because as we saw from node 1, typically that's the easier one. So you want to focus Robbie Riaz and then use the special down the middle, so that way everybody down that middle is actually controlled. And what's interesting is I see a lot of strategies, but this is the most effective one because it just blocks everybody down that middle, right? And then now we get to synergize, add bleeds, synergize that with Beta Ray Bill. His ultimate's devastating across the board. Even if he goes down, we got the next turn ultimate here with Val. So ideally, I do want to be saving that as much as we can. But I know a key target here to focus is going to be this bishop on the right side, because you can see he's about to get his turn as well. We can stun him, get some additional energy for Val. But we always want to be mindful of the cooldowns going forward now. So that bishop ultimate was expected, but there's going to be 2 coming. That's why you can target that one or the right one. Either way, it's not going to make a difference, so as long as one of them is controlled. And now we are in that position where we can use Val's ultimate once again. HP distribution should clean up the majority of this wave here, right? And just look at this. This is why I absolutely love this team and synergy. And now what we can do is we can actually activate the ultimate here, get some additional clones going on here, because we're going to be casting a lot of these exposure attacks to generate energy. And what we do want to also be doing is actually, I think that basic attack is going to do some good work there, but we want to be mindful of that Kate Bishop on the left side. So what I will do here is, yeah, you can see, look at the energy for ult. We want to be starting off the boss node with our ult pretty much, right? I don't know if this team can get it, but I know I'm gonna hit the boss node hard with this team. Like, I may not be able to get the job done, but hopefully it gives you guys enough footage here to know that this team level can at least put your team, put your alliance mates in a position where they can clean up. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for today. So thankfully, easy cleanup here. Now we're just going ahead, saving our abilities, and really just setting up for the boss node. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm surprised there's not as much content as I figured there'd be, because everybody's got, if you guys look at all the other content creators, like, they got way bigger Bifrost teams than myself. The only character I've built up is Val, so I'm surprised there's not as much content or guides on how, I still think Bifrost is a very, very good team for the Mystic section. Could they be replaced in the future here? Not before the skill section. The skill section is the one that needs the most love right now, but I don't know, like if all my characters are actually 16 or 17 gear tier, I think these nodes would be a joke, to be honest. Just because look how we're getting by, and remember my team is gear tier 15, guys, like as shown in the intro, right? So this is still pretty decent. But obviously it's gonna play a big factor once we go to gear tier, the difficulty 2 and 3, right? But yeah, surprisingly, this is still getting the job done. Will I need these guys at gear tier 16 eventually? There's a strong case for it for sure. And then at this point, usually I just sim it, and maybe sometimes I can get it done, maybe not. But you know what? Just for the sake of making the guide video here, let's go ahead. Let's attack this genuinely as organically as we can, and see how this gear tier 15 team does. With my Val, right? Again, this is gonna be a very different though, because this is typically this is the harder one, so I'm gonna be starting off the same thing, right? Sylvie ultimate to apply some slows and debuffs, but we do want to focus on Nova actually in this one. So if we can land a defense down on him, it would be great. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, so since that didn't work, we're gonna be applying the ability block down the middle as we typically do. But yeah, Nova's the problem target here, as you can see, right? He's very resistant to ability block, and he's gonna get his abilities off. So we know there's a Icarus Eternals combination coming here that's gonna likely flip everything on our team. So we're honestly just gonna try to do as best as we can. I don't know if we can succeed here, but we're gonna be using as many Val ultimates as we can and just try to get through. So there you go. You see how powerful Nova can be. Once he activates his ultimate, I think that's gonna be it's gonna be pretty hard to go up against his team. So I definitely think that's going to be probably the main problem point here. So we'll go ahead. We'll use the ultimate. There's not really much you can do, but it's great because our team was low in HP. Gives them a chance here. This should spawn or get very, very closer to spawning actually the Icarus. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some clones here. Actually, that does not help my situation when Icarus spawns, but I'm doing that way we have some evasions and so forth. But yeah, as you guys can see here, not much we can do here in terms of just controlling those key enemies like Nova and Cersei. Icarus does spawn here. And like I said, I don't expect this to do much, but you know, oh, sweet. Actually, I do get the ability block here. So maybe I can at least maybe slow down Icarus. No, it doesn't land as well, as you can see, right? But he's got the defense down now. I like that. I'm going to apply the stun there. Nope, didn't work as well. So maybe you guys switch everything to Skirmisher, right? To ensure. But yeah, like I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting this team to obviously get the job done here with the gear tier levels, but I think we've done decent though, guys. I think let's try again. Let's try the stun again. Can we land it? No. So no dice there. We're just getting at least energy. But what we can do, maybe the assisted attack here can do some work. No, and then we have Nova's ultimate, right? So this is just this is bad news bears for us for sure. So what I'm hoping for now is I'm generating enough attacks that maybe another Val ultimate can get us to the finish line. But yeah, it's gonna be scary, guys. You know what? Let's see if we can stun. Yes, we got the stun on Icarus. Okay, that's good. That is good news for us. We can at least slow that down because at least that flip won't happen just yet. Right? Oh, but you know, Cersei's cleanse is right there too. So wait a minute. I'm surprised. Wait, actually, why didn't that? It should have cleared that on Icarus using the cleanse. So maybe I'm not sure what happened there, guys. But yeah, I just need another big ultimate from Val here, and it's gonna really clean this up. So let's try the ultimate here. I love the massive AoEs that we're getting though, so at least we're getting some really good damage. And like I said, I think I'm gonna be putting my my alliance in a position where they can at least easily sim this. But yeah, oh, okay, we got the Icarus down, so that's promising. I am gonna switch to auto here now, guys, because we're kind of running out of time here. And with a minute and 30 left, yeah, this is kind of what I was expecting. Morgan's going to be coming. And yeah, it's going to be, yeah, let's just see how this even does, right? We're going to try to cast as much as we can down the middle. But you can see this Nova is just so formidable. The ability block down the middle there actually finally lands on Nova, thankfully. So that's good stuff. But now we are rushed against time, right? And I was expecting this as well because, again, this team does not have the damage output. I mean, it is basically a one-man show with Val, and the synergy of Val really being the reason why we're even as far as we are. But I really hope that you guys watch this video to really get a sense that, like, No, you don't need your entire Bifrost team at 17 or above. Like I'm doing fine right now with 15. And we could, honestly, if I just had a couple more tunes, maybe at gear tier 16, probably refine it a little bit. But yeah, this is the boss node, guys. So keep in mind, this is 2.1. So obviously, it's going to keep getting harder as we go higher and higher. But just wanted to showcase for you guys at least that this is not a completely useless team, even at lower tier levels. And actually, even if I can land another Val ultimate, this could, almost get us to the one shot here, guys. Actually, speaking of the devil, let's take a look. Oh my goodness. So check that out, huh? So yeah, you know what? Like, stand by my word here. What a value team here. And again, north of 1.2 million for this team, but really driven by the fact that Val is basically the corner friender. So yeah, I think this is good enough for my alliance, man. They're gonna love this. So there you guys have it. Not a one shot, but you know what? Good enough. If I had more time in higher tier characters, definitely could get the job done. So hopefully this helps you guys out. For your reference though, I'll definitely have more Incursion updates video for the rest of the sections as I'm progressing. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.